Moo. Thanks, girls. Cows, eh? Enjoying their food. On this leg of my stupidly simple journey, we're going to be talking about one of my favourite subjects, which is food. Ah, Ilva.
Hello.
Now, you told me some stuff earlier. I just want to clarify that it's absolutely true. You said every year Scotland throws away 5 million wheelie bins full of waste food. Every year?
Every year, yeah. It's the equivalent of 42,000 double-decker buses.
42,000 double-decker buses. Imagine them passing you by. That'd take ages. That's wild.
So essentially what it means is, in our homes in Scotland, we waste 1/5 of all the food that we buy. So to give you some examples, every day in Scotland we waste 300,000 slices of cheese. Also, 2.5 million slices of bread every day in Scotland. So some crazy
Just
facts.
imagine them piled up. That's like sandwiches for everybody, forever. It's amazing. And the cost, that's like throwing away money. It's ridiculous.
It is. It costs us a lot of money. As householders in Scotland, it costs us over £1 billion. And if you average that out to all of us, it's about £470 per household. So that's about £40 a month for every household in Scotland that we, waste needlessly.
Massive. And then, of course, not only that, but the cost to the environment. I mean, getting the food that you're throwing away, getting that food to you, cost energy.
Yes, so you're not really just wasting the food, by putting it in the bin. You're also wasting the energy that was used growing that food, storing it, transporting it and cooking it. And then what happens is if you put it in your normal bin, it will end up going to landfill where it will create a really harmful gas called methane, which is 25 times more harmful than CO2. So if we could stop this, if we could stop wasting food on this scale in Scotland, it would be the same as taking 1 in 4 cars off Scotland's roads.
That's going to be massive. And if you think about it, throwing out 1/5 of all food, that's like you losing 1/5 of your sausage, right, and chucking it away instead of enjoying it. So come on, Scotland. So, Ilva, what can we do?
Well, this is Eleanor.
What, a chicken?
No, this is Eleanor. She's our cook, going to teach you all about cooking smarter.
Marvellous. Eleanor, so what are you going to cook today for us?
I'm going to cook an omelette today using some really nice local seasonal produce. You can use anything that you got tucked away in your fridge, like a bit of bacon or maybe some spinach that you got in the bottom of a bag that you've not used. Or...
Oh yeah, leftovers get a second life. Yeah.
Absolutely. So we've got some nice spring seasonal ingredients here. We've got a bit of wild garlic and some wild leeks that we've picked from around the waterways in Scotland. So it's growing all over the place just now. You can smell it everywhere, but you can use anything you like in an omelette, really. It's very versatile.
There's nothing that can't go in an omelette.
Not really.
I love it. I love making them. Great, well, tell me, I'm your helper. What can I do to help?
Maybe you could put the eggshells in the recycling.
Oh, of course, in the recycling, in the good bin, not the bad, devilish bin, in the good recycling bin. And can you run it by us again, Ilva, just why do we recycle food?
Yeah, so obviously you're not going to eat those, but it's still food that has value. So when we recycle it, we turn it into fertiliser, and that process where we heat the food up will also help generate electricity. And in fact, energy from Scotland's food waste could power a city the size of Dundee for 6 months. So it's powerful stuff. And of course, if you don't have a food waste recycling service where you are, then home composting is a good alternative.
Certainly, if you don't have a city the size of Dundee, you could just power Dundee itself.
You could,
Brilliant.
yeah.
So lovely, Eleanor, tell us more about cooking smart.
Well, I think it helps to be prepared. So maybe have a think in advance about what you might be eating for the week and what you might be cooking for your family. Take a list to the shops with you so you don't overpile your trolley or your basket.
It's so simple, it's stupidly simple. A list, make a list. Yep.
It's always easy to forget though,
Of course.
and then you do just end up buying way too much and you have tons of stuff left in your fridge.
Yeah. Don't go shopping when you're hungry. No, you buy too much. You're just salivating in the aisles, grabbing everything. No, fair enough.
We've all done it.
We've all done it. And what would you do to store food that you can't use? I mean, say for instance you were maybe a little bit full of sausages you'd had earlier in the day.
Well, you can always put it in the fridge, obviously, everyone kind of knows about that. You can freeze a lot of things. You might not want to freeze an omelette, but you can freeze spinach, you can freeze cheese. You could also, if you wanted to take the omelette, you could take it in a box for your lunch, perhaps.
You can take it away. Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm actually not going to eat now, but I'm going to take that away in my doggy bag box and I'll be off now. Thanks very much.
I think you might have forgotten about the dishes, though.
The dishes. Oh. Hey, I shall do the dishes. That's my job. Right, no, I'll do the dishes. In the end, we're lucky that Scotland has got so much to offer, and we should make the most of it by sourcing locally and not putting 1/5 of it in the bin. So, I know it sounds stupidly simple, but if we all do this, we can have a country we're proud of, like this plate.
Hmm.